All these beautiful fabrics are made from a special fiber named the silk fiber. Silk fiber is a natural fiber. Do you know that silk is obtained from silkworm? Silk fiber is made up of protein and it is the strongest natural fiber. The rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is called sericulture or silk farming. Before we discuss the process of obtaining silk, it is important to know about the life history of silk moth. There are different stages in the life cycle of silk moth. It starts when the female silk moth lays egg on the mulberry leaves. The female can lay more than 300 eggs at a time. The eggs hatch into larvae within a week. The larva of silk moth is also called caterpillar or silkworm. They feed on tender mulberry leaves and they keep eating these leaves for the next 20 to 25 days. And it grows bigger in size. Now the caterpillar is ready to go to the next stage, which is the pupa. It first weaves a net to hold itself and then swing its head side by side. During these movements of head, silkworm secretes a fiber which is made up of protein. When this fiber comes in contact with air, it gets hardened and forms the silk fiber. This covering of fiber is called the cocoon. Do you know it is made by a single thread of fiber? Silkworm continue to develop inside the cocoon. This stage is called pupa. This is a motionless stage. After 2 to 3 weeks, the pupa convert into adult silk moth. Silk fiber is obtained from cocoon. In order to get the silk fiber, the pupa which is present inside the cocoon is not allowed to turn into the adult silk moth. So, as soon as the cocoon is formed, it is used to obtain the silk fiber. In the processing of silk fibers, first of all, silk moths are reared and cocoons are collected to get the silk threads. As we discussed before that a female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. These eggs are kept carefully on strips of papers or cloth. Then these are sold to the silkworm farmers. The farmers keep the eggs under very hygienic conditions. They warm the eggs to a suitable temperature so that the larva can hatch. Then they transfer the larva in clean bamboo trays along with freshly chopped mulberry leaves. Caterpillars feed on these leaves. But after 25 to 30 days, the caterpillars stop eating. Caterpillars are then moved to a tiny chambers of bamboo in the tray. And they keep some twigs and branches so that the cocoon can attach itself. These cocoons are used to obtain the silk fibers. After that, these cocoons are kept under the sun or boiled or exposed to the steam. Silk fibers are obtained from these cocoons. The process of taking out threads from the cocoon for use as silk is called reeling the silk. Reeling is done in special machines. Silk fiber is then spun into silk thread, which later woven into silk cloth. There is a variety of silk moth, and these moths are different from one another. The silk they yield is also different in texture. For example, mulberry silk, tussar silk, muga silk, kosa silk and art silk. Hope you enjoyed learning today. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel.